Right, another cracking weekend of racing action to come, particularly at Kempton. A few more trials for Cheltenham and a big handicap chase to get stuck into. Before we do that, though, the boys alongside me, as always, Frankie and Joel. But to just catch your mind back, if you didn't see the road to Cheltenham on Monday, head back, watch the episode in our special announcement that will be live and in person in Cheltenham Town Centre at the Bottle of Sauce on Monday, the 9th of March. Pre-festival eve, or on Cheltenham Eve, I should say. Obviously, Joel will be with us, Frankie as well. Special guests, exclusive offers, loads more. We're still excited about it, boys. We now start on Monday. It's been a week. We're still excited and buzzing for this, aren't we?
If the studio show on Monday was anything to go by, the live show will be a laugh. That is promised. It'll be good fun. And as you've mentioned, it's Cheltenham Eve. It's when everyone has a bet for the first day or for the rest of the week. We'll have some special guests. We'll have some offers and it will be a lot of fun. So, yeah, really looking forward to it.
And Joel's booked himself a hotel.
Oh, no. Scary, innit? Even Betfred said to pay for it. Unbelievable. So I'm not staying at Travelodge this time. I'm rinsing it. And if you haven't watched The Road to Cheltenham, if you start watching it now, you should be done probably by, I'd say, the third race on day 3 Game 3 Festival.
Yeah. Are we? Am I paying for it? Oh, yeah, we'll talk about that. Right, let's get stuck into Kempton then. We've got 5 races in the ITV cameras to look forward to. Interesting little starter as well. This Ollie Murphy horse, Hold the Serve. Apart from a blip at Cheltenham, he's looked pretty good, Frankie.
Yeah, he has. Ollie Murphy's got a couple on the card which are interesting at Kempton, actually. And yeah, I mean, the horse is easy to side with that's on the up, trained by Ollie Murphy, ridden by Sean Bowen, and won his last 2 starts. But I'm finding it hard to get away from that Lanzarote form. That's the new Greatwood hurdle for me. That's the reference for lots of horses that are performing well out the back of that. And I think the obvious place to start for me is with Faisal, who was 4th in the Lanzarote under Olive Nicol. She's ridden him a couple of times, and I think comes here with a big chance. The other that I was tossing between the two of them was Royal Infantry, who was only 4 lengths behind Potter's Charm, which is a decent effort. I think he was getting £6, but that is sort of bringing graded form to this race with a lot of handicappers, and the Scoutons are obviously hunting for prize money. So they were the two that I was trying to decide between, but the £5 that Olive gets should make the difference, especially when starting off of a low weight of 10-11 anyway. That 4th in the Lanzarote, I'm hoping is good enough, Matt.
Okie dokie, Joel.
I'm going flyer here, double price. Bobali at 12-1 for Joe Tizard and Ryan Cochrane, who's a great little £7 conditional. Now, you've got to go back a little way. It's been third to bad at Kempton, first of all, and whatever you think of bad, he's got to win a big one at some point. Second to Celtic Art of Jeremy Scott at Taunton last month. Jumped left that day. But if we go back to Christmas 2022, a handicap hurdle, 11.5 behind Grey Dawning, and was bumped on the run-in. So I've made a note here on my tracker to watch the market. The horse tends to run a little bit better, to quote Matt, with the application of cash. It was 9s this morning. It's now 12s. So good luck, everybody. But this time of year, in between, the last trials for Cheltenham, really, and up to Cheltenham, you get some proper funny results. I don't know if the trainers and whatever just down tools, or the owners are going, well, we'll just wait. So I'm definitely looking at some outsiders this weekend. And
these races at Kempton, they can have reasonable pots, can't they, for horses that maybe wouldn't get the chance when the big guns are in. So, they're obviously saving for Cheltenham now. And there's decent pots, actually. You do get some, as you said, some results pop up and some less in-fashion trainers and jockeys winning them as well.
Let's move on to the Adonis then for the juveniles. Two apprentices from Ditchy of Paul Nichols, Harry Derham and Dan Scuttle. What's all the key here? Is it a match? We've got One Horse Town versus Precious Man, Joel.
I don't think it's a match by any means. Without taking this has got Frankie written all over it, Precious Man, and I'm all over it as well. I looked at this, and if you look last time with One Horse Man, I think he'll reverse that form. Give it £5 that day, levels this time, and it's pretty straightforward. We could go into stats, analysis, whatever. I think this just wins and wins well.
Do we need to ask Frankie?
Not really. No. I think this one. This one.
Shake of the head. There's always one jolly the right side of evens in my book that is worth backing. this is it. You'd like to have seen more from One Horse Town in the races that have followed his him beating Precious Man at Cheltenham. I think the track's going to help Precious Man as well. I think a flatter track. I don't think he loved going up the hill, especially after he made a mess of the last. So you'd think he'll improve past him. I think he'll win.
Yeah. Okay. And then we've got the Pendle, 2.5 mile Grade 2 novice chase. Another odds on favourite, Frankie.
I'm going to take him on,
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to take him on. I like the way that Go West finished off his race last time under Freddie Genjoy. Went from the front, but it was fairly enthusiastic once he jumped the last to the line. And Nichols's horses have sort of been bubbling into his best part of form that he's had all year. So off the back of his victory last time, Cobden from the front, put in a nice round of jumping and maybe just have that bit left to boot in the finish. It's not a great race though, is it, gents? You'd hope for better in this, if I'm honest.
You would for a Grade 2, yeah. Take it on the Fav, Joel, and go for the Go West one for the Pet Shop fans. Pet Shop boys.
Don't start. I swear, if Matt Chapman is on ITV Racing this weekend, he'll be doing that in the paddock, and somebody will knock him out. Go West. It's lost.
It's lost on me.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? You think about that. No idea who we are.
You don't know the Pet Shop Boys are?
I've heard of them, yeah, but I don't know what Go
like
West.
A thrash metal band, like really butch thrash metal band.
Didn't they play at Cheltenham in the Centaur a couple of times?
Oh, they played well. They're one of my favourite bands, surprisingly. I love the Pet Shop Boys. Brilliant. Up there with Savage Garden all day long.
Do you love Go West?
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with Frank here. Absolutely.
Go West.
Yeah. If you look at that Nichols, I think since 2000, is it like 14 winners in this race? He farms this race, isn't it? 14 from the last 20. And a shock move, the Racing Post is down. So I'm pulling up the smart stats, and it's not going great. You look at the favourite, Jax Jr. It's a very, very short price now. It was fourth to Still Ally, Push the Button, whose button wasn't pushed last time. No questions asked. I just thought the price differential, there's not a lot between the two. And Go West for the Pet Shop Boys, Harry Cobden, Paul Nicholls. Yeah, I'm with Frankie on this one.
Same sort of thing. It's hard to. I find it hard to fancy the favourite at 8 to 11 when he's not a world beater. He sounds harsh, but he's barely a Grade 2 horse. He hasn't got the strongest form in the book. So to back him odds on, I think would be brave.
So okay.
Let's move on to the Dovecote then. This is the real big filth. 12 novice hurdlers go to post. Obviously, down the year has been a supreme trial. Which one can throw its hat into the ring here, Joel?
Well, I hate to say this to you, Matt, because it's another one of your anti-post slips that's going to go up in flames. If we're talking about
and Mossy Renfode, is it?
Yeah. That's the one. Mossy Fen Road last time. I don't think that was a fluke. I was looking back at some of the races last night. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've been on a diet trying to get my Cheltenham suit, so I'm now £6 lower. I feel like I'm in Dan Skelton's, but I'm £6 lower. So I was drinking vodka last night. I can't read a lot of my notes. 17 length winner and that maiden hurdle at Taunton under Johnny Burke. Couldn't do any easier than that. Then beat Mossy Fen Road at 3-1 on at Musselburgh. Kieran Gethin was on board that day. I genuinely don't think it was a fluke. And no disrespect to Kieran or Johnny, I think you've got a jockey upgrade as well in STD, old Sam Twiston Davis. Joint top weight with Club de Rêve. And off 130, I only for Frankie, going for the hat-trick bid. And all I'm hoping for is Derek Thompson to be, here comes Frankie. Here comes Frankie.
Does Frankie come good? Are you going for your namesake, Frankie Foster?
I mean, I do fancy him. I feel like I can't put him up as a selection because it just sounds like I'm just throwing him in there because of the name of the horse. But you'd have to give him a chance after what he's done the last two times. And as Joel said, he's taken the scalp of Mossy Fen Road, fluke or not. He still has won that supreme race up in Scotland. But I'm gonna have a small each way bet on Lexington Wood. First time over hurdles for Ollie Murphy, who was second in a bumper to Ballyfad. Now, it's got to be a small each way bet because we don't know if he can jump a hurdle, and we don't know much about him. But I think it's a bold move from Ollie Murphy to throw him in here. He obviously has talent to finish second in that bumper over in Ireland, and there's no reason why a horse can't win a graded race like this first time out. So you'd be stupid to have a big bet, but it's a nice each way price. I just $5 each way on Lexington Wood. See what he can do.
Yes, there's no harm. Sean Boyd and Ollie Murphy, is it? We're siding with them.
I mean, second to Ballyfab by a length or so. He's grade 1 hurdler with the top favourite chance at the festival in a couple of races.
Right, let's move on to their feature then, the big betting race of the day, the 3:35 at Kempton. Now the Ladbrokes Trophy Fund with a racing post chase, racing plus chase, and plenty of guys is before. Catate Dore, last year's winner for Saturday Sam, Frankie. He's back for more.
Saturday Sam, yeah. Will obviously have a chance. He's the man for a target training performance in these big race handicaps, isn't he? As is Christian Williams, who's got Deep Cave. The national weights are out as well. It'd be a perfect bit of Williams magic to get the national weights under his belt and then come and win a big handicap. Although probably would want to be a couple of pounds heavier, wouldn't he? In the national weights, I think he's 141, is he? But that could have been the thinking there. I'm a fan of Deep Cave since what he did at Ascot. I think he'll have a good chance. There's loads of usual suspects in here, isn't there? But I'm going to side with a horse coming up in trip, Look Away, who has decent Kempton form. He won here last time over 2.5. It was a bit of a messy race, so his winning margin is flattered by the fact there was a faller and the second horse was hampered a bit, etc. But I think he's been a horse that looked like he'd stay for his entire career, even when he was running over hurdles over 2.5. I always thought he looked like a strong stayer. So I think he's really exciting up in trip for the first time ever beyond 2.5, and at a track he enjoys, and a track that's going to lend itself really to if you were a horse on the verge of being 3 miles, then Kempton you'd hope will help you get it. So I think he's a really, really big player. Look Away with Jack Quinlan on board.
Okay, Look Away. Right, Joel.
You are? Look Away?
Yeah. Peter Rabbit.
Oh, right. Right, okay. I thought you were
what reference was that?
By the time this goes out, I presume Sean Bowen would have ridden his 200th winner today. He has got 5 or 6 rides or whatever, and one's odds on. He's got one for the Mac Fitzgerald Racing Club as well. So I presume he would have done that. That was an eye-catching jockey booking on Racing Dust. Emmett Mullins.
Right, a winner from a punch lap stand, didn't it, Dira?
Yeah. Bringing that. But I like the other Emmett Mullins horse in here, and it has been backed very, very slowly, if you know what I mean. I think it was 18s earlier this week. It's just coming into double figures now, like what 9-10 to 1, something like that. Donna Myler takes the ride. She's good as Donna. I like her. Look, if you go back, I think they've been messing about with this horse a little bit. 11th on Boxing Day, never more than mid-div on heavy ground. Punchestown, 11th of December, yielding. It's just everything for me since the 24th of November at Kempton in a class 3 where it travelled strongly and won easily. This horse is better on better ground, and it will be slightly better than Ireland. And I think I don't know why he's put the other one in and put Sean Bowen on it, because that says to me that we're off for our lives here. But chance another one, Donna Myler, Emmett Mullins, still double figures. I was pretty big on this, to be fair.
Okay, right. One race that they won't be breaking records in, you'd imagine, is the Ida, one of the longest races of the entire calendar. But the last 2 winners in, Knockanour is back. Anglers Crag won it 2 years ago and then kind of blotted his copybook when getting loose at the start last year. And Mr. Van Gogh's got to give almost 2 stone to all of his rivals. This looks an interesting one, Joel.
Yeah, I go straight to Knockanour, straight to that horse. 16-length winner last year. Look who's back in second. O'Connell, one of our favourite horses. That was back in second. We know Ryan Potter is technically a punter. And if he's only at £1 from last year. Freddie was claiming the 5 last year. He's now claiming the 3. What's he carrying? 10 stone 2, is it? Something like that. And the money's coming a little bit. It's not like a smash-up job or something like that, but I think this has been absolutely laid out. So once you've done your big shop twice, you'll come back and get the final 3 obstacles. But knock them all for me. Absolutely.
Frankie, the Ida?
You, Donna Myler wouldn't be pleased that you've gelded him, Joel.
Yeah, I know. Who was it the other week? It was Mel Rowley. Oh, she's lovely as Mel.
Funny you say that. So I'll be siding with Val Dancer, trained by Mel Rowley. I mean, you start with Mr. Vango, don't you? It's a massive ask for him off 12 stone. I don't love the fact that he was pulled up last time. I think just he's repeatedly carrying 12 stone over staying trips, and maybe this has come a little bit too quick to him. But prior to that, it was Twig in first, Vango in second, and Val Dancer in third. He's slightly better off at the weights from using Mr. Vango as a bit of a sort of starting point to work backwards from, because he's of the obvious class angle. He stays. He won a Welsh national, and he's going to be a touch fresher, only racing in early Jan rather than late Jan. So I think Val Dancer should go well for Mal Rowley here. He ticks a lot of boxes for me. He stays. He's obviously well weighted. He's not out the handicap like all of these down slightly further down, and he's got good form with the horse that sets the standard.
Okay, interesting. Val Dancer, yeah, former Welsh national winner, of course. One more race to look at. Talking of nationals, the Bobby Joe Chase over at Fairhouse is a huge national trial. Tango, national weights out this week. All bar 3 trained by the Willie Mullins or Gordon Elliott. Frankie, what wins the Bobby Joe?
Goes to Elliott. 3-card Bragg. Massive chance. Look at what he did in the old Hennessy. Panic Attack carrying 10-5. Changing Man carrying 10-12. Gorgeous Tom, who we all really rate, carrying 11-6. 3-card Bragg carrying 11-10. My only worry is, will he finish second again? Because he is a bit one-paced. But I just think now in here off 11 level weights, he's obviously going against classy horses, but he is a classy horse. He always carries near the top weight in those big staying handicaps. It's a perfect, as you said, sort of test for future national horses. He's got his weight. I think he'll be a player in the national as well, but I think he can be a big player this weekend.
Joel, what wins the Bobby Joe? Named after a former national winner, of course.
Yes. Right. You know, Lecky Watson. I always think this horse is underrated. Was it Browns that Lecky Watson won last year?
Yeah.
Like that. And you think you've got one, and then I think this horse. Now, look, the national weights are out now, aren't they? So it doesn't matter what Lecky Watson really does, right? It's won 3 starts, making virtually all. If I was watching the races back last night, if you look at the ones like the John Durkin, I mean, what a comedy race that was anyway. It was messed about in midfield. The Savills were sort of in touch, but smashed the 11th. It was beaten by 13, 14, 15 lengths, something like that. Tailed off in the Irish Gold Cup. If they just go out the front, have a go, I think it is an outstanding each-way bet. Lecky Watson at around 14-1. Yeah, it is Willie's. But, you know, I'm sure they'll all be trying. I genuinely do this weekend. They'll all be trying for this.
That's what's great, isn't it? When the national weights come out, you're like, right, let's have a proper look at this.
No, they're all sitting out the back. The weight in here's your weight. And I mean,
if Grange Clare West goes and bolts up, it's textbook, really, isn't it? He's come back down to his exact same mark that he ran in the national last year after doing nothing for 4 starts. He's hit 163 again.
Yeah,
weights are out, comes and bolts up in the Bobby Joe and goes straight back to the national. I mean, it could obviously happen, but I've always been a big fan of 3-card Bragg. I'm quite interested to see him mixed into this company of level weights.
Yeah, you mentioned Gorgeous Tom, 4th night as well. I thought he was an interesting weight off the Grand National this week. I think 10-9 as well. So Emery Bromhead saying he's going to go there. So he's very interesting horse that we obvious្viously have liked in the past. Right, best bets time, boys. What's going to get us the cash this weekend? Starting with Joel.
I've got the Ida. Knockamore for old Ryan Potter. Well, he's not old, is he? But it's Ryan Potter. Knockamore. Yeah.
Harry's brother. Frankie?
Oh, I was going to go Look Away. Stepped up to 3 miles for the first time.
Cool. Good. Sorted. There we are. I know you're going to ask me. I thought Ho Jody Smoke was interesting, by the way, in that one. 2 from 2, right-handed, over 3 miles, both at Sandown. Went okay at Cheltenham this year. Dan Skelton won't mind another 85 grand in the coffers, although he is looking likely to be trainers champion this season as well, doesn't he? Unless
what price?
Why once again? That's 7s, I think.
7s. Oh no, sorry for scouting.
Yeah, I was going to say 7. Yeah, I'll have 10 grand with you.
Long odds on. Long odds on now.
1 to 10 or 1 to 12.
Yeah, it was 1 to 8, I think, last time I saw. So, brilliant stuff. Right, we'll dissect all of this on Monday in the road to Cheltenham, and we'll announce once again we'll be live in person with special boosts, exclusive offers in the Bottle of Sauce in Cheltenham Town Centre on Monday, the 9th of February. Make sure you join us then. Thanks to the boys. Hopefully, we'll put a bit of cash in your pocket in the racing this weekend. Enjoy it. And I say, don't forget to join us Monday on the road to Cheltenham. Like, subscribe, and head over there on Monday.